Kevin, it's been a very successful visit to Mickleover FC today. Their unbeaten home record has gone. It's a 14th game unbeaten for the Bucks, and most importantly, 3 points.
Yeah, I think that, you look at the manner of the performance. How determined we were. We looked organised and ready for the challenge and the battle today. Obviously, with losing Jared and Jordan is not ideal. They've been big parts of the decent form we've been in of late, and to lose them is not ideal in such a massive game. But Byron stepped in there, Sam stepped in there, and acquitted themselves really, really well. And credit to the lads. I guess Mickleover will look at it and feel that they probably could have they certainly make a case that there's probably could have drawn the game, but equally we lost at home to Mickleover and we should have got something out of that game. We were totally dominant in that game and didn't take the moments and chances that were there. And sometimes you don't always get maybe what you feel you deserve, but like I say, our lads worked really, really hard from minute one, applied themselves in a good way. Yeah, it would have been nice to have taken the game away from Mickleover at certain times there in the first half when we had some really good moments. But look, the 3 points is always the most important thing, and we move forward together to next Saturday.
Sure. It was clearly a game today that certainly lots of supporters were looking forward to and feeling that this was, potentially, I think, people have been using words like, it would be a statement if you won here and, pivotal. How easy is it to do you have to try and put that to the back of your mind and just treat it like just another game and just another 3 points?
Absolutely. It's always important to play the game and not the occasion, and that's one of the messages that we pass across there in the changing room. But I think the biggest thing for any of my teams is that they are humble about the situation and remain humble and grounded about it. And it's nice the run that we're on, but it could all end in the next game, and you find yourself kicking yourself then, and just being able to help the players think about how they harness that desire, that energy, that the passion that they've got, and make sure they turn it into results week in, week out. It's something that we've done a lot of work with. We've got a couple of ladies across from Coventry University that have had a big part about focusing during games and leading up to games, and just helping the group. There's a real varied spectrum of ages in there and experience in there, and we get together on a Thursday. We try to do things as professional as we can. We're lucky to have those girls assisting us, and making the most of it. And like I say, everybody's working really hard behind the scenes, and it's nice when I can stand up here and hopefully show an appreciation for what everybody's trying to do. Equally, the way that we're supported and what the supporters have been through, certainly last season and probably prior to that. We want to try and create a culture and a team and a feeling here that supporters can feel proud of their team once again, and there are players here that may be here for the longer term. There's a lot of work to do and still a long way to go, but just nice to enjoy this and look forward to training this week and preparing for next Saturday now.
Sure. I suppose one aspect, I'll admit I've been fortunate enough to be present at some of those sessions that you've done, and that Emma and Catherine have done with the team, but they don't find the answers for the team. It's about posing questions to the team for them to find the answers for themselves, and they're doing that. You can see that on the field as well, can't you?
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. And you look at how certain players have developed in this small period, and obviously there are some of real tender age there, and trying to get them to understand and reflect and focus and, like I say, harness all that so that they can go and play their best game week in, week out. And it's not easy. And a lot of the games that we play is won and lost psychologically, aren't they? And just to try and cover that base and provide every opportunity that we can to be as professional as we can, so that we are prepared right and and doing the right things. And I'm a big believer if you put preparation with opportunity and understand that, you get that little bit of luck when you need it. And we've deserved a little bit of luck for how focused the boys have stayed in sometimes difficult periods and some difficult games this season, no doubt about it. But loving working with them, the whole lot of them. They're a terrific group, and hopefully that can continue.
Sure, and you've had to do without a couple of them again today, with injuries for Jared and for Jordan Piggott, and not ideal coming into this situation because they've both been big players, big contributors to this effort.
Yeah.
But once again, in that, we talk about finding the answers. Sam Whittle and Byron Moore have slotted in today, and you almost wouldn't perhaps have realised that those players are absent.
No, and that's credit to all of those guys. As you say, Jared and Jordan have been terrific for us over this period. And I keep talking about continuity and being consistent and being able to put as many of the front 11 that are achieving out there week in, week out. And it's a little bit but that's hopefully a little bit indicative of where the group's moving. Clearly, we could get injuries and suspensions and that might hit us hard, and they're all the challenges that you face. And we've had to, sometimes struggle through early part of the season when some players have been a little bit found out and haven't quite stepped up to the plate or been capable of stepping up to the high demands that we probably put on them. But I thought today the way those two went in there was fantastic, and hopefully it's not, we've got Jared and Jordan back in the fold, in the not too distant future.
Sure. I know potentially as well, you've just mentioned there that there's maybe another deal in the offing as well. Obviously no details because that's still being discussed, but potentially that you're getting some an extra body in this week.
Yeah, we've like I say, we've pretty much to all intents everything is agreed financially. His parent club needed him to play today and weren't prepared to waive the 7 days that we needed to put in. But again, hopefully he'll be an addition to the group that like I say, helps us grow. I know his character. He's a fantastic character, and again, somebody that I'd like to think is still on an upward curve within his career. And that's, like I say, Thursday we had a lot missing there. Probably 5 or 6 that weren't able to train. A few were rested just in preparation for today. But the attitude of some of those younger players, like Ty Webster and Harvey Solly, Billy, Archie, that coming up from the youth team was fantastic. And when they're showing that attitude for us on a Thursday and doing things right, just a real nice positive feeling, and helps to, just lend that little bit to the culture that we're trying to create here.
Sure. I guess overall now the message is as terrific as today has been, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it this evening as well. The hard work starts again in midweek with training and Leiston and all of this, and really needs to be sort of consigned to the past and the next game.
It definitely, enjoy the evening and a day or two if that's where it's at. But again, we need to knuckle down through the course of the week again. And as I want all my sides to be humble about the situation. We haven't achieved. I think it's a nice run we're on, but we haven't achieved anything as yet. But I think the overriding thing for me is that you look how hard, even winning today's game, those young players that didn't get on the pitch have worked after the game and just showing the right attitude to it in frustrating circumstances for them. And when they get the chance, opportunity, hopefully that they're able to go and take it. And that's the thing. We just prepare right for this next game, and hopefully we can get there on the front foot and play in the vein that we're playing at the moment.
Kevin, we appreciate your time as always, and congratulations on your victory today.
Thank you.